Hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I'm back again with a new training altogether, and this training is related to sales because I've been getting questions related to this, that when somebody is going on a call, what all questions should we be asking and how to proceed with the call. So there are a number of trainers doing all those things, but I have made it very simple. My focus is to make business simpler for you. And to make this thing happen, I have crafted a small training on what all questions do you ask. And there are different mindsets before getting into the call and do all those stuffs. So let's start and see how it is going to help you, because these are very simple and relevant questions, which once you start asking to your prospect, your things would become easier. So let's jump in and see how it goes. Now, as I said, the topic is very, very similar, very simple, which says what questions to ask when you are on a call with a prospect. So I'll be telling you the thing, like you should be very clear about the agenda of the call. You need to understand why you are there on the call, why the customer has approached you. So customer needs some kind of a solution and you want to help. You want to give a solution, right? You want to make them take the right decision for them, whether it is with you or anybody else, but the customer has to take a right decision, right? Now, let's start with a boiled egg approach. I have named it boiled egg approach. Why? Because there are different layers. The customer don't tell you the problem upfront. They'll be hiding so many things inside their minds. They don't want to open up immediately. So you have to understand the problem is lying inside the yolk. So the boiled egg approach says that you have to spill over those layers. Now, let me tell you, if you don't do this, what will happen? Let's say you take a raw egg and you hit it. What will happen? The egg will break and everything will be spilled over. But you don't have to spill over anything. You need to understand that you need to get all those informations layer by layer, right? So what you have to do is, let's say you are asking a question to a prospect saying, okay, now what motivated you to book the call, or why you are here on the call? So maybe he or she say that, okay, I'm facing some challenges, or let's say I need a job. For the sake of example, I'm saying, let's say I need a job, but you are not asking the right question. Why do they need a job? Why they are intending to get a job? Because they want to have a good amount of money for their survival. Maybe they are not able to pay the EMIs in time or the school fees in time, right? So that is there in their minds. And again, if you go back, layer 2, right? So here layer 2 is what? You have now spilled over the first layer where they are saying, okay, now we want to get a job. Number 2 layer is why they want to have a job, why they want to get a job, because they want to pay those fees or the EMIs in time. Now, coming back to the number 3 question, the layer 3, why they want to pay the fees in time? Because it is going to hamper their children's education and their mental peace, even if somebody is reminding again and again for the payments to be done in time. So these are the 3 layers which I have named as a boiled egg approach. So you have to understand that there are things which the customer will not tell you upfront. You have to open the layers. You have to keep digging deep so that they come out of their actual problems. Unless and until you understand what is there in their minds which is disturbing them, you'll not be able to take care of it. So that is the first approach, the boiled egg approach. Now, let's talk about the mystery from the history. So what have they done till now to resolve that problem? Because the problem might not have occurred in a day or a week, right? So they must have been trying. You need to ask them, what have they done till date to resolve? And obviously, when they are on the call, definitely that means those things have not worked for them before. So you need to again ask, why did not work? So these are, as I said, these are simple questions. When you keep on asking, you'll be able to understand what efforts they have put in, what was the real cause behind them, what did not work and why did not work, right? So the mystery from the history is about understanding what they have done in the past, wrong, right, good, bad, whatever it is. You need to know. You have to be a consultant or doctor's approach in your mind, so that your customer tells you all the things which they have done in the past, so that you take a good note out of it, that what is working, what is not working for them, so that you can suggest them a good solution. Coming ahead, the next part is the fear pulse. When I say the fear pulse, like we all humans are being directed, or we do take action because of something or other in our minds, and fear is one of those things. So there is a fear plus. If you don't work, this will happen, or if you don't do this, this will not happen. This kind of a synergy is always there in our minds. We have been trained since our childhood to like this. So now you have to ask this question, like, why it is so important for you? Why is it important for you to solve this problem? And what will happen? What worse can happen if you don't take an action to resolve it now? So these are the questions which are triggering your fear pulse, because somebody is in a problem, right? And you want to make them the right decision for you, but they are hesitant to take that decision. Why they are hesitant? Because they are not able to understand that if I don't correct it right now, the problem will keep on growing, and there would be a stage where we'll say that now it needs more time and effort to do that. So the fear pulse is also an important component of your sales conversation when you are talking with a prospect, so that they understand the concern, the real concern, which might be they are suppressing because of a number of reasons. But when you are on the call, you understand that this problem may get even worse in the future if they don't take the decision right away. So this fear pulse questions has to be asked again on the call. Now, once you have asked all this, the 3 steps, now the point is why they have stuck. What is holding them back that they are not able to do? Maybe they are trying, the approach is wrong. Maybe they are doing it with some informal things, or they're not doing with the right strategy. So these questions now come into play. What is holding you back? What is the reason that if you are doing, it's not happening? Like in the last question also, this was there. Like what is missing? Right here I had, why it did not work? Now here you have to ask that even if you are open to do all these things, what is holding you back? Is there something which is, again, even after asking the 3 layers of those deep questions, if the customer is not sharing it with you, something is still there. So you need to ask this question again, that what is holding them back? What is holding them to come out of their problems? Is it money? Is it some other issues? Is it something else which is going in their minds? Right? Now, this is the first gear approach tells you that you need to push your customer a little, a push towards their betterment. It's not push towards your sales, mind it. It's a push towards their betterment, because you are not here to just sell something. You are here to help them come out of their problems, right? So now the next question could be, are you really committed to do whatever it takes? When this is a promise question, I would say, again, this promise question will let them trigger in their minds that, okay, now they are definitely committed for something to do, so that they can come out of these challenges, right? And when they say, okay, they are committed, so what kind of a proof they can add, so that they can show that, okay, I'm committed? Maybe, are they ready to invest time? Are they ready to invest money? It should not like, verbal. There should not be any verbal commitment. No. Like, okay, now I'm fully committed. I'll be giving my best. That's okay. That's okay from the perspective of listening. But if somebody is not willing to invest time and money on their own learnings or coming out of their own problems, right? I'll give you an example. Let's say somebody, for God's sake, that should not happen. But let's say somebody is sick in your family, and you say that, okay, now I'm willing to take it to the doctor. But if you're not going to the doctor, not paying the doctor the fee, how the doctor is going to solve the problem? So it's not about your intention only in words. So that is what I have said is it should be non-verbal. Your commitment should be something in terms of actionable and investment. Because when you invest, you are serious. When you devote time, you are serious. So especially time and money are the two important factors for the proof of commitment, where you can say, okay, no, this person is really committed. So if they are committed, they have to invest time and money, right? So this is the first gear approach, where you have to take a non-verbal commitment from them. And this is a commitment not for you, for themselves. Let's say they keep a money aside. You give them a 100% refund guarantee that this is okay. This money has to be invested in your learnings or coming out of your problems. But this is a safe money which is there. But if they say, no, let it be in my account, then that means they are not at all ready to take that plunge, to take that investment out, and they're not going to work for them, right? So this is a very important component to it. Now let's talk about the island of dreams. What is possible if you start acting upon it? So they have been in a problem for quite a long time. Now they want to come out of it. What would happen if they come out of the problem? What scene they can visualize once they are out of the problem? Maybe they are enjoying with their families, maybe they're enjoying their time and money and everything. They're going on trips, whatever hobbies or whatever dreams they have. So tell them and ask these questions to visualize in their minds that you see, if you are doing these steps, if you are taking these actions, you are going to develop a system wherein your challenges would be removed and you will be moving towards your dreams, right? So let them visualize. Thus visualization is very much important, because when it comes to cost and price and investment, people don't understand the value unless and until they visualize those outcomes. So this visualization is for the outcomes which they dream of, right? And similarly, you can ask of any such incidents which have worked for them in the past. Let's say problems are very generic in nature and it is there with everyone. So let's say there had been some kind of a problem earlier, may not be the same. What had happened where they have done something which have worked for them and they have come out of it. So you make a synergy out of that and try to formulate something which resonates with them, and they believe that, okay, yes, in the past also I have done something and which has given me results. So that will boost their confidence as well. Now, the next point is, what can you differently now? Because in my opinion also, whatever you have been doing so long has given you one kind of a result. If you keep on doing the same activities, you'll be going to get the same results. So what different are you going to do, which is going to give you different results, right? So here you have to understand the differences between what they were working and doing earlier and what they're going to do now. Because if the things remain the same, the results would be the same. So your approach should be telling them something to do differently so that they get results. Now coming to the next question is, what is in your control? Now there are circumstances where few things are in your control and few things are not. We are humans. We cannot control everything which is around us. So we have certain things which we can do, which are in our control, and there are certain things which are not in our control. So let's not creep and keep discussing about the things which are not in control. But here you have to keep on talking about only those matters and those pointers, those strategies or actionables which are in the control of a human being, in the control of us and the prospect, which they can do it immediately. You can start doing it. So the things which are in control, now these are the points. Okay, this is number 1, 2, 3, and keep on doing. Once they understand that, okay, now I have understood the reasons, I have understood the problem, and I have understood what is stopping me. I have also seen what has worked for me in the past, and I've also seen that if I don't resolve it now, it may be a different problem for me in the later longer run. And I could also visualize that how my life is going to change once I start implementing doing it. Now, the next step. What is the next step? The next step is to do those actionable things with accountability. So here as a consultant or a coach, you have to be very much accountable for all the steps which are there for them to take actions, and you have to be accountable. You have to either you can have a weekly or thrice a day you can meet or take accounts of what all actions they are doing, and if they are again coming with any problems, because when they start taking actions there would be several things, objections coming in their mind. So you have to be there all the time along with them, so that they are slowly and steadily moving out of their problems and taking those actions to get them the desired results. And last but not the least, tell them to start. So let's go. So when they say let's go, it is the time when you tell them to start getting into the shoes, start taking actions with some kind of fun, investment and promise with themselves. That is all. So I hope these questions are going to help you. Remember, I'll just recap it once again. The questions which are going to ask when you are on a call with your prospect, start with the understanding the agenda, because if somebody is there on the call, they definitely need some kind of a help from you. So understand you are going to help them and you want to give them a solution, and you are also going to make them help taking a right decision whether to go with you or not. That is immaterial, but literally and religiously try to help them take the right decision for themselves. And the approaches are: number one, the boiled egg approach, in which you are going to remove the layers to reach to the pain points which is actually hampering them in their minds, right? Number two is the mystery from the history, where you are going to understand what they have done in the past, wrong or right, good or bad, whatever it is. Then you need to tell them the fear, what will happen if things are not going to get resolved. The fear pulse is one of those aspects where they are going to take actions. Then the first gear approach, where you are going to push them a little with an actionable things which they are really committed for, and with a proof of commitment. And the island of dreams, where they'll be seeing themselves coming out of the problems and leading a good life with a commitment for themselves. And that's it. So thank you so much. I believe this has helped you. Do ask me any questions related to this. If you have liked it, please type in the video in the comment section about your takeaways from this entire training. And if you are watching it live, put it live, hashtag live, or if you are seeing it recording or replay, put hashtag replay. Put your questions, put your takeaways, so that even I'm able to understand what all you have found good in it. And I'll be coming with another training as I do. And looking forward to meet you again. Thank you so much.